Welcome to battle number 2 of the winter semifinals of the FnF Victory Road Draft League Season 2. My name is Lion Hugs and I am from Florida Fresh Redmonds. Just as a quick reminder, this is a best of 3 sets. The score is already 1-0 in Noel's favor, but it is still anyone's game. If Noel wins this match, they move on to the semifinals, and if Morgana wins, then this will go to the 3rd match, and we'll have to see then who will advance. So just to go ahead and briefly recap, let's go over any kind of changes compared to the last matchup. If you do not see, I highly recommend seeing it. That was a very quick and explosive match, no pun intended. So on Morgana's side, it looks like we don't actually have any changes. Wait. I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong teams. Yeah, so it looks like we have no changes on Morgana's side. However, Noel's side, we have 3 changes. So Torkoal has been swapped out for Klefki, Machamp has been swapped out for Latias, and Venusaur has been swapped out for Arcanine. And just to briefly recap the Megas and the Z privileges, Mega Garchomp makes its reappearance on Northern Necrozmas. And for the Z moves, Necrozma also... I'm sorry. For the Z move, Necrozma has the Any privilege on obviously Northern Necrozmas, and on Noel's side we have Arcanine with Z Any and Latias with Z Attack. Alright, so just brief initial thoughts before we head and get started. It looks like the swaps that Noel has done makes it a little bit more in favor for, I want to say maybe... I still want to say it's kind of an offensive team. Compared to last, especially with both Z Pokemon coming out. Doesn't necessarily mean that Noel will use a Z move, however, the fact that they're both here, I feel like that means something. Not to mention Klefki, that's Noel's kind of signature support Pokemon, well, at least for this season, with Spike support. So I'm wondering if we're going to see a lot of wearing down of the enemy team with maybe a combination of Stealth Rock from Mesprit and Spikes from Klefki, so that is something that Morgana has to watch out for. Not to mention Mesprit, if it comes back with the Trick Room set, that's going to be target number 1, given that it'll completely swap the rules of speed. However, it looks like Noel maybe tried to prepare for that by bringing in Latias and Arcanine, who are pretty fast Pokemon in and of themselves. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and begin. Billy Talent comes up, probably trying to predict Noel sending out Mesprit as the lead. Instead, we have Aria the Latias. Such a pretty name. And an immediate switch out to Gigalith, probably to anticipate any kind of dark move, honestly. Yep, Dark Pulse. Alright, so it looks like Morgana did not choose to go for a Pursuit. Sandstorm does a little bit of chip damage to Billy Talent, while Everlast only took about 17% from the last hit. Out comes Black Light the Necrozma. I wonder how that's going to respond to Everlast. Stealth Rock sets up on Morgana's side. So Morgana's going to have to watch out for, obviously, the damage. Oh! Neutral Stealth Rocks. There we go. Looks like both sides are unevenly matched. However, Everlast just used Toxic, which will chip away at Blacklight very quickly, especially with a Sandstorm. Grass Whistle, Aromatherapy, or Heal Bell would be really useful at the moment. I don't believe Necrozma can learn any of those moves. Oh! Earth Power, I'm sorry, Blacklight just used Earth Power, however Aria the Latias has Levitate, so that has no effect. And out comes Manta Storm the Mantine, probably hoping to use the Defog. Aria takes his time to set up. If it has a Thunderbolt, that's it for Manta Storm. Looks like both Pokemon here have leftovers to help with their longevity. Aria just takes the time to keep setting up. I'm assuming we're going to see the Defog now. Oh, no. Interesting. So we have a Haze instead, completely wiping out Aria's progress with Calm Minds. And soon the Sandstorm will be up in about maybe another 2 turns. Noel once again goes for the Calm Mind. Mantistorm goes for the Roost. Interesting. It was still pretty high. 76% health isn't anything to scoff at. But it looks like they're trying to anticipate maybe a Thunderbolt. Yep, there it is. Even at full health, 1 Calm Mind boost is more than enough to go ahead and take out Mantistorm. Probably could have taken it out without the Calm Mind boost, depending on how Morgana invested the IVs. The score is now 6-5 in Noel's favor. Out comes Zeraora, Jet Setter the Zeraora, and Noel responds with Key Hearts, the Clef Key. A resisted knockoff only takes about 19% damage, however it loses Light Clay. Interesting choice. And now comes Houndoom. Stealth Rock does a fair bit of damage, taking it to about 70%. However, looks like Billy Talon's going to try its best to scare off Klefki. Ooh, instead it sets up a Reflect. Wonder why Reflect. However, Fire Blast takes it out pretty much in one shot. The score is now even, 5-5. Ah, makes more sense. Okay. So the Sandstorm is going to give Everlast a bit of a special defense boost, depending on the moves. Billy Talent uses Dark Pulse, however, only does about 18% damage, whereas Earthquake takes it out. The score is now 5-4 in Noel's favor. Gluckerton taking a bit of damage from both Stealth Rocks and Spikes. However, it will benefit from the Sandstorm. Out comes Promise the Mesprit. With a Reflect, it should be able to tank most moves that Gluckerton could do. Ooh, but a Dragon Tail swaps that out, preventing a potential Trick Room setup. Out comes Latias. This is a Dragon versus Dragon duel. Whoever moves first is probably going to win, assuming either side has a... Ooh! The Ice Beam is more than enough to go ahead and take out Gluckerton. For some reason I'm expecting Draco Meteor. Goes to show you just how much coverage Latias actually has. The score is now 5-3 in Noel's favor. Out comes Jet Setter the Zeraora, taking Spike damage and Stealth Rock damage. Knockoff is super effective, doing about 35% damage and getting rid of those leftovers. Ooh, but the Psyshock takes out about 46% of its health. However, it looks like Reflect is gone. And instead, Fire Pup the Arcanine comes out and uses its Intimidate ability to lower Jet Setter's attack. Knockoff is the next move, however no item is dropped off, which implies that Arcanine may have a Z move, or a Z Crystal. Morgana swaps out Zeraora, however it's at such low health that once it comes back out again, there's no way it can take a hit. Fire Pup uses Agility, okay. Blacklight taking both Toxic damage and Sandstorm damage. And the Flare Blitz does the rest. Fire Pup takes a little bit of damage from recoil, bringing it down to 34% health. However, the score is 5-2, still in Noel's favor. Even with the Sandstorm damage, looks like Noel's trying to potentially sweep with Fire Pup. If Dunvan has any kind of priority move, it might be enough. Ooh. Here comes the Z power move. And a Devastating Drake only does about 52% of its health. Looks like that was specifically for Garchomp. Dunban uses knockoff and does more than enough damage to finish off Fire Pup. And now that Dunban is burned, Facade will do quite a bit of damage. Now comes Promise and Mesprit. And not even bothering for anything else but a Psychic move to go ahead and take out Dunban. The score is now 4-1. Or, fortunately, Zeraora, Jet Setter, the Zeraora does not have enough health to take the Stealth Rock damage and goes down, thus ending the match. Oh my gosh, that is a 4-0 victory for Noel, Team Sun and Friendly for this match. However, the set is now 2-0, so Noel will go ahead and proceed on to the semifinals, and Morgana will go ahead and proceed into the losers, I believe it was quarterfinals? Yes, quarterfinals. So wow, this was, again, another very fast-paced, explosive battle. However, it looks like Noel was able to go ahead and maintain control, and the chip damage, just the extra little bit from Spikes and Sandstorm, I believe was more than enough to go ahead and whittle down Morgana's team. Not to mention the Toxic on Necrozma very early on. Just very, just very like calculated moves as we've come to expect from Noel. And obviously good plays on both sides. Morgana was able to go ahead and eventually take out Klefki and Arcanine. However, it was just really tough to get past the, I suppose, walls or tanks that we see with Gigalith and Mesprit to an extent. Not to mention Latias with its coverage moves. That was probably what clinched everything else, what allowed everybody else to go ahead and benefit. Well, I can't even say that. It looks like everybody sort of contributed with, we have Mesprit, we have Klefki, we have Latias, Gigalith, and obviously Arcanine towards the end. Just wow. Good luck to obviously both contestants as they continue on in their respective matches. Tune in for more battles to come. Once again, I am Lionhugs from Florida Fresh Ribbons, and can't wait to see you guys later. Bye.